New Stub, Ware, Nareki and Molia. So they've got plenty of firepower to come off their bench. Sam Grove-White is the referee. This is the stage of the tournament where the quality starts to rise to the top.
Just keep them onside. The clock, just keep them on.
These two have played each other 78 times. New Zealand with a big advantage, 63-13. And winners in the most recent encounter, but that's all behind us. It's what's in front of us that's important. And it's Australia kicking off. A good contestable kick to and not taken in by New Zealand. Mickelson feeling for it, but not able to put it in. So Australia get it back, and they'll get the first chance to run at their great rivals. Longbottom, running more across the field. Now looking to straighten it up as Simon Kennywell and away to Lockie Anderson. Good, strong run down the touch line, but not taken. It was forward anyway, but Australia threatening. And the return of this man has brought so much to this Australian team.
Yeah, Lockie Anderson, he's a multi-talented player. Here's the contest in the year. Nick Maloof actually went down hard after he batted that ball back. New Zealand aren't able to clean it up, but Lockie Anderson, he's a big player, he's quick as well. Ball just goes a little bit forward, but unlucky Australia.
Go on, Mando.
Found some space, and what is impressed with this Australian team is the strength of their running. They've got some big men in this team. They run directly. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Longbottom, able to conjure up all sorts of magic. There he is on left of shot.
Yeah, well, strong forward pass.
Watch Nareki in the midfield here, Tony. He's just talking to Sione Molia now, just calling out the plate. And we've got Regan Ware very, very much on the extremities on the right-hand side.
Set.
We're the local Waikato man who's been in very good form. New Stub waiting to clear it. Molia in close. Little show of the ball, slips the first tackle. This is something he's been able to do regularly. And then drive ahead up to the 10-metre mark. So a good advance. Nareki clearing it away. Sam Dixon, who's going to be such an important man in that forward pack now. With Curry out of the picture. Molia now. Mickelson. And here is the man, Dylan Collier, who's been making so many good inroads down the flanks for New Zealand this weekend. New Stub in at first receiver. New Zealand building nicely. Nareki trying to commit a couple. Good defence from Australia, trusting each other to make the tackle. New Zealand continue to bring it forward. Molia straightening, saw a little gap, looking for an offload, wasn't there. Now he needs support. New Stub quickly in. Spinning around, now offloading away to Mickelson. Mickelson trying to break, offloads nicely away to Dixon. Good strength from Dixon. New Stub, chance out on the right, ball's been knocked away. That's a penalty.
That's a yellow card.
And it's got to be a yellow card.
Yeah.
Longbottom.
Risk and reward. If you're going to go do that, you have to catch it with two hands, otherwise it's a straight yellow. It was an all or nothing play because he knew he was outnumbered. New Zealand had created the overlap. Yeah, he's gone for the ball.
Well, if he'd been able to knock it back, would have been a hero, but now he's got to sit anxiously. Result of good pressure from New Zealand. They really have dominated the possession so far. New Stub looking for a runner. Nice wide pass to Nareki. Looking to ride a tackle. Aussies has lost a boot here, I think. And good, strong carry. Dixon, and in goes Collier for the opening try. Well, Dylan Collier has been in good touch this weekend. And he gets New Zealand in front early on.
Well, it takes some seconds to take full toll of the numerical advantage. New Zealand Eki takes the ball up initially. Collier's the first man bridging over Dixon. Drives through, and then Collier again. He's just such a reliable player. You know what you get with him, hard work, a lot of yards, very industrious. Like this guy here, when you've got two of them on the park, it's very tough to defend. A lot of players on the ground in defence for New Zealand.
I'll tell you what, KT, very physical. They show a little bit of everything, a bit of width, a little bit of physicality as well, and the big boys getting involved. So great stuff from the Kiwis.
Well, Andrew New Stub won't want to see a replay of the conversion again. Hit the post, so New Zealand 5-0. Taking it down, Nick Maloof. Not really well supported. Great work at the breakdown from Dixon. And Nareki strongly into the 22. New Zealand get a penalty. Didn't roll away. Australia just letting themselves down a little bit here with some penalties, adding to the pressure. New stub thinks about going one way, comes back the other. Molia, New Zealand stacking the numbers up. Nareki, almost there, over, but did he get it down?
Time off.
Some great defence here for Australia. Lewis Holland involved.
Nick Malouf on the
And
bottom
Nick
as well.
Malouf, yeah.
TMO. Jimmy, we believe the ball was grounded before it was held up. Any reason not to award the try, please?
Okay, so he thinks it's a try. Now they have to find a reason not to award it.
We're short of the line. Still momentum's on his side. Louis Holland, I think there, right there.
Give us space, please. Let's give us some space. Thank you. Thanks, Jimmy.
Try awarded. Nareki scores. New Zealand up by 10, kick to come.
Well, they loaded that short side, didn't they? And the rule of thumb, you want 2 tries, 1 a minute when you got your miracle advantage. That's what New Zealand had. They faked to go left and they bounced back the blind through Newstub. Molia engages the defence. Nareki knew he had 2 players on the outside, but didn't need them in the end.
Yeah, he just had Regan Ware coming in the inside there, so he held up that inside defender as well. And in the end, momentum got him over. Great power and strength.
On Newstub trying to bring the conversion around, but no success for him so far in the game. Well, he's been putting body on the line, and he's got a few scars to show for it. He's a key man now, Sam Dixon.
Well, he's the one that got the turnover, the breakdown.
Time
Tony,
off.
Sam Dixon, and he's
We just
copped
saw
it
7 out,
as
got
well,
blood
but it looks like it's going to be a
streaming
blood
down
bin,
his
is it?
Just a clean-up, I think.
So Tony Ingshu will come on board. So it's
Thank you.
physicality
Time
for
back,
physicality right there.
So New Zealand with the lead. Still just under 2 minutes to play, though. And Australia play it. It didn't go the 10. They keep it alive. Malouf. Australia been hungry for possession. Hutchison dropping it off. Good strong run here from Skelton. First real opportunity here. Taking it back the other way, Kennewell, and referee almost getting in. Well, he did get in the way a little bit. No harm done, so he allows play to carry on. New Zealand looking to counter ruck. Coming through the middle on Nareki. That's brilliant. Now he goes to ground.
Back.
Certainly some bumps and bruises out there, and now Australia look like they've got it back. Although coming through on it was
Knock on by
Newstub, and, well,
Yeah, knock on.
they'll go on with a scrum.
Well, Mills Muller, in your sideline, some of these breakdown collisions absolutely brutal, aren't they?
Oh, the physicality involved. You talk about some sore bodies. Well, Sam Dixon, he's just walked past me and his nose doesn't look very flash. Yeah, there you go. I think that's a broken nose. So I've already lost a key leader in Curry.
The straight road just became a U-turn. An LB,
Right.
that's a shocker.
Set.
Well, already without Curry. Punching up nicely on the short side is Sione Molia. Pass away to Nareki. Good tackle, though. Great defence from Nick Malouf.
And he's in the scrum, remember, Tony Nick Malouf. So he's had to get out of the scrum, run back and track down Jonah Nareki. And this will be a good spot up. He bounces back the blind, so they create the miracle advantage. 2-on-1. Sione Molia gives a look at the make-up speed from Malouf. That is brilliant work from the Australian forward. Well done.
Oh, huge, wasn't it? How did he get out of that scrum and the pace to be able to get across as well? Fantastic defence.
Well, another try there.
Time
And New
back
Zealand would have a 15-0 lead to take into the break. As it is, it's manageable for Australia. Down by 10. Got to win their own line out now.
Go.
Long bottom challenges, though, New Zealand. Molia has it. Nareki offloads to Mickelson. Over the top it goes. Regan Ware, he's in. What a time to strike. They steal the line out and they punish Australia with a try.
Oh, that is great work on the set pieces. It's Mickelson getting, now Dylan Collier, in fact, Mickelson gets it out, but look at this left foot step from Regan Ware, under pressure on Hutchinson, one of the best defenders for Australia. That's one of the best left foots in the game.
Oh, Collier won the ball from the set piece, a turnover. But look at this man here, Tim Mickelson. He's come across as well from the line out. Gets it across to Ware, who's been in fantastic form in this tournament. Left foot step, and over he goes.
Well, big plays and big moments. Here's the kick wide out from Newstub. He's nailed it. And suddenly New Zealand have a commanding lead at half-time, 17-0. Here's the finish. Regan Ware. But so much good work from his teammates in the lead-up.
New Zealand, they've got options on the wing. Regan Ware with the footwork. Joe Ravovo on the bench with the power. Great balance. And this guy here is in some outstanding career best form. Oh, that is going to be brutal. Two very different structured teams. Obviously, South Africa built around their defense. Fiji built around their outstanding offense. That guy, I'm sure, will have a save for said and done in this quarterfinal.
So New Zealand again, well, they had their depth challenge, but I can tell you that Sam Dixon is back out there.
Tough as they come. I would have called for an ambulance if that was me. But this New Zealand team, they know...
You would have called for a helicopter.
Westpac chopper, Tony. But I was going to say, this New Zealand team know it's not by no means over this game. 17 points nil against Australia is absolutely nothing.
Someone's done a great job straightening that nose out.
Here's the opportunity right now, straight from the kickoff in the second half. This is where Australia need to score. Use your big men like Lockie Anderson on the edge, and then get it in the middle for Morris Longbottom to get some wiggle on.
Well, it's an area where New Zealand had shown improvement on day one, but day two, they've had a couple of fluff lines. Newstub,
Yep, let's go.
presenting opportunity to Australia that they so desperately wanted. Longbottom going one way, then the other, looking for runners, and a switch to the right, and creating a possibility here too as John Porch takes it forward. Having to tidy it up was Hutchison. Again, New Zealand putting the heat on at the breakdown. They've done that too many times. And Australia losing their own ball.
First man.
And Australia, well, they're going to get it back.
Slow.
On Newstub, too slow to get out of there. Here's the chance for Australia to get themselves back in the game. Moved on by Holland. Now Maloof. Dixon makes the tackle. Molia hunting for it. Then has to bail out and make the tackle. Hutchison. Longbottom, what can he create? Such a dazzling runner. Floats the pass wide, and Kenny Will's in. Or is he? They'll have to check, I think.
Lauren, have you got clear grounding?
Yeah, I'm happy with the grounding.
You've got the grounding. Evs. Touch line. Check if it's in touch. Thank you, mate. Jimmy, try yes or no, please.
We're just going to check if he was in touch. I thought it was okay from the naked eye. Newstub's coming across. Puts in, ball's down.
Oh, yeah, that's brilliantly finished.
Great reply from Australia. Confirmation coming from Sam Grove-White.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Game on.
Well, that fluff restart. New Zealand have been punished for it.
Look at the way they're able to spread this ball quickly too. Here's Longbottom, there's the wiggle we want to see in the middle. Look at the way the defenders are in and out. That pass right there was brilliant. Just held Newstub just for a moment to allow Simon Kennewell that extra metre to get in.
Oh, you caught it, KT. Getting it across to the far side, bringing it back to Longbottom, and didn't he wiggle? Got out on the outside of Ravovo, and then after that, she was all over.
Well, Kennewell back in the team for the first time after rupturing his ACL just before Sydney last year. Ravovo takes it down for New Zealand, so Australia back in it. The pressure to Kuroi, on throws a loose pass. Collier's there, brushes off Longbottom, brushes off Hutchison, and puts the foot down. Nice pass infield to Molia. Oh, that's a great tackle though, made by Hutchison. Australia still under pressure. Wide it goes to Mickelson. He's got Ravovo with him. Steps. Mickelson. New Zealand strike back straight away through the skip. Tim Mickelson.
when you need your captain to stand up in certain moments, this guy does time and time again for his country. Been doing it for a very long time. Here's the initial break, the mismatch. Dylan Collier knew he was on long bottom. Hutchison goes way too high, but makes the comeback tackle eventually, and they get back in numbers on Sione Molia. 3, in fact, for Australia, but it's the quick ball, the good clean out. Koroi with the missed pass, and Tim Mickelson with options inside and out. You have to hold for Regan Ware, but this guy's just so slippery, Mills.
Oh, beautiful, wasn't it? Beautiful finish. You said it, that clean out. I tell you what, one of them was Sam Dixon. He's just come off with a broken nose. There's no doubt in his mind he was going to clean someone out. As we see here, Mickelson, well, he finished the job. Nice slick work on his left foot.
And New Zealand have their 13th man on the field. You see him there, you can't miss him. Scott Gregory straight into the action. Young Taniwha from the north of New Zealand. New Zealand now 24-5, still 3 minutes to run. It's not beyond a reach for Australia, but they need to strike back now. Multiple strikes needed. Charging in on the clean out. He was the new man, Gregory. And he just looking a little bit disorganised here. Skelton has to take it to ground on halfway. Hutchison. And here's the man, well, Longbottom slipping though. Longbottom's the man who can open them up. Hutchison goes in hard into contact. Now they spread it to Anderson. Stepping back in field and then losing ball in the tackle. And Longbottom surely picked that up in an offside position.
No advantage.
No, he copped one for his troubles anyway. It's going to be a scrum to Australia.
Time off.
See it here. Here's the in the course of the tackle. Lachie Anderson trying to get out. If that goes to hand, well, very tough for Kennewell to stop. Scott Gregory with...
And because it touched Gregory's hand, it was not offside. That was actually a good heads-up play. But here's where the big hit came.
Just landed awkwardly on his ribs, didn't he? Long bottom.
Yeah, he got something in the ribs too. Look at that. Oh. Always say he should play to the whistle, but that's perhaps an example is not to.
He's a tough kid though. Long bottom, he's up. He's not going off.
He's copped one as well. The mascot.
Time on.
Aussie score from the set piece though. Hutchison in the middle of the field. Look out for him.
Bind.
Holland right behind. Still all on.
Set.
19 points behind Australia. Going to need something spectacular. Well, there's a start. It's a penalty. Longbottom. Not worried about that big hit. Off he goes. Holland. Hutchison trying to run out of the tackle of Revolvo. Revolvo comes back. Goes for the ball. Won it, but then lost it. Holland. New Zealand go into defence mode as Australia come at them. Longbottom flings it wide. Kennewell. On it goes to Malouf. Trying to have Gregory on. Turns it back to Skelton. Loose offload though. And New Zealand might have this. I think Tony Shoes grabbed it. He has turnover. Gregory scrambles it away. Revolvo, that's not a great pass. Knock on each way. Revolvo, boy, you're playing with fire there.
Australia.
You wouldn't want to be doing that. Protecting a 2-0 lead, a 2-point lead.
There's been a couple of dusty passes from New Zealand, I'll be honest with you. Here's the initial turnover. Malouf on the outside. Turn in. Tony Yingshu with some great work. Coming through in tandem with Collier, affecting that turnover. Geez, in front of your post, very dangerous, as you said, Tony.
That one there.
2 gold off as well, please.
All the options available. That one, the least likely to meet with the approval of your coach.
Balance, please. Stay behind.
Well, if anything, it's taken time off the clock. Just 4 seconds over a minute before the end of this game. Maybe a bridge too far for this Australian team to call their way back. But you never know.
Crowd almost at capacity now. We're told it's very, very close to being declared a sellout.
Both teams height you can maintain.
Not everyone in the stadium at the same time. So much going on around, but a big crowd out. 20,000 plus here at the moment to watch this game.
Crouch.
New Zealand with a lot more line breaks. It's a very tough place to defend if Morris Longbottom gets a clean heel here. Look for him to go to the right side.
Let's go.
Inside the last minute. New Zealand, well, they're going through to the semi-finals, but Australia want the last say. Ball put down by Holland. Try awarded. got pretty close to the touchline, but the referee's happy, and Lewis Holland dots it down.
Yeah, well worked, because the defending halfback is on the other side. It creates a natural overlap. Just got to shift the ball quickly. Had to hold up a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Beautifully executed, wasn't it? Long bottom, coming round, and then the execution of the skill to get it out wide. Fantastic.
Ravolvo beaten to the jump. That's great work by Maloof at the restart. Well, Australia finishing strongly here. They're going to run out of time, but they're showing real character here to stay fighting. Still get a chance to get valuable points later in the day. Here's Lewis Holland. Moves it on. Anderson now. Maloof, he's been very good. Breaking tackles. Turns it back on the inside. They've got another one. Josh Coward. Debut tournament for him. Gets his second try of the weekend. This is a strong finish from Australia. Coming too late, but good on them for keeping it going.
Well, their first half, they just gave New Zealand too much of a head start, didn't they? This Australian team finally starting to get into their work, and some confidence for sure leading to next week in their home tournament in Sydney.
Too little, too late, but the typical Australian mindset, never give up. And you're right, KT, a bit of confidence for next week for them.
Nice conversion to finish it off too. Converts his own try, but New Zealand are through. They'll play the winner of the last quarter-final, USA against Scotland, coming up, in New Zealand winning it, the Trans-Tasman battle by 24-17.